I had it lined up and I moved it last second. All right, how's it going, guys? I'm back on the course. I'm gonna bring you about 4 holes today. Talking about today's topic is ranking NFL teams for this upcoming year. Same thing I did with the NBA teams, just on a tier list. Gonna do them with the NFL teams. So let's get started. All right, I'm gonna do the tier list the same way. I'm gonna have about 6 tiers to rank the teams, but I'm gonna name them a little different this time. So the bottom tier will be teams that are contending for the #1 pick, so the bottom teams of the NFL. Above that will be teams that are mediocre at best. Then above that, teams that'll miss the playoffs but barely miss. And then teams that'll make the playoffs, Super Bowl contenders, and then Super Bowl favorites. So that's kind of how the tiers are going to be this time. I'm about 150 out right now. I have a 9-iron. Oh, get there. Oh, well, it's dry, barely. All right, like I said, barely made it over the water. There's water right behind you, so barely made it over. Got to get this up and down. Go in. Slow down. No, a little bit over. All right, putting this for par. The teams I have in the #1 contending category are the Saints, Browns, Titans, and Raiders. All these teams are just still super young. All have pretty young quarterbacks. All right, bogey on the first one. Like I was saying, all these teams are pretty young. I think the Raiders are definitely going to be the best out of these teams. But other 3 teams, I'm just not big on Cam Ward. Browns have no idea who their QB is going to be. And then the Saints have a young QB also. So I just think these teams are probably going to be towards the bottom. This is a par 3, about 200 yards straight. So I got to get the ball up there. Hold on. Up there to the right. In my mediocre at best, I got the Jets, Giants, Panthers, and Patriots. All these teams were kind of in the bottom last year, and I don't think any of them really made a huge move to get out of the bottom. Out of these teams, I think the Jets are the best. They have the most talent for sure, but we'll see what Justin Fields can do at starting QB. I think the Giants will be pretty mediocre. Panthers could be pretty decent. I don't know if they have enough offensive weapons. I'm not big on their wide receiver they got, their rookie wide receiver. And then the Patriots are just young and in a tough division with the Bills and Dolphins. So I think all these teams will be pretty mediocre. All right, got to get up and down for par. Pins on the front of the green. There we go, not bad. All right, it was close, a little closer than 6 feet. Just got to knock this in for par. Little left to right break. I had it lined up and I moved it last second. All right, another bogey. So for the next tier, in my missing playoffs tier, I have the Cowboys, Colts, Cardinals, Seahawks, Panthers, Bears. I think the Packers, Bears, Seahawks, I think they're just in a tough division. And I think the Vikings are the best team out of those 4. So I think the Vikings will clinch the playoffs and those teams will be just left trying to fight for a wild card. But same with the Cowboys. I mean, the Eagles and Commanders have a pretty solid grip on that. And then the Colts and Cardinals, I used to be sold on Anthony Richardson. Now I'm out. And Kyler Murray, I don't know. I just don't think he has what it takes. All right, this is a par 4 right, super right dog leg. I'm just gonna try to hit my driver down the middle, maybe around the corner just a little bit. Slow down, ball. Towards the back, but not bad. Not bad at all. All right, second shot here. Kind of went out the back just a little bit, but not in a bad spot. About 120 out. Just gonna kind of take a pitching wedge and try to get it up there. Oh! I went over, dang it. All right, I'm gonna do my potential wildcard teams in 2 little clips. First 4 are Jags, Falcons, Steelers, and Chargers. I really like all these teams. I think in the next 2 years they could be pretty good, but right now I just think they're in a tough spot to be in the playoffs and get to the playoffs. So I think they're kind of right on the edge of making it, but I wouldn't be surprised if some of them sneak in. Up and down for par right here. Roll, dang it. Gotta make this for par. Didn't even give it a chance. The next 4 in the missing the playoffs are the Broncos, Bengals, Dolphins, and 49ers. I think the 49ers could be pretty good. We'll just see how their weapon situation is with losing Debo and Ayuk being wishy-washy. And then the Dolphins, I mean, they have talent, but I don't know. Bengals don't have a defense, and Broncos are good. Their defense is crazy good, so they could. Come back. I'm really playing some of the best golf I have in a while. A long shot. This is a par 5 though, so if I can just get it close. But in my next tier, and these are teams that I think will make the playoffs for sure. Vikings, Commanders, Texans, and the Buccaneers. Some of these teams having an easy division helps them. And then I also think, I think these teams are pretty solid. I think the Vikings, the Bucks are going to be really good. I think the Commanders will only get better. They had a really good year last year, and I think they're going to get better. So these 4 teams, I think, we're kind of have the playoffs clinched if they just play the way they should this year. Hold on, ball. It's going right. Up and down for, I think for birdie. Up and down for birdie from right here. Gotta miss that sand trap, please. Miss that sand trap. Oh, missed the sand trap. All right, now I just gotta get up and down for par. There's some people coming up behind me, so I'm gonna play kind of quick if I can. Oh! Okay, only 2 tiers left. Super Bowl contenders and Super Bowl favorites. And this is a short par 3 downhill. Pins on the right side of the green, so just gotta make sure I get it over there. Oh, get there, ball. Oh no, don't hit the cart path. All right, well that was ugly. First lost ball of the day though. I mean, why can't I just do that the first time? Still short. Now in the Super Bowl contenders tier, I have the Ravens, Rams, Eagles, and Chiefs. All of these teams competed in the playoffs last year and had a chance to make the Super Bowl. And as none of these teams really got worse, I don't see why these teams would not be right back competing at the end of the playoffs this year for the chance to be in the championship. And lastly, my Super Bowl favorites are the Bills and the Lions. I think both of these teams talent-wise are at the top of the league, and both teams are due in history to make a run for the Super Bowl. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like and comment if you agree or disagree with any of my tiers.